What's up YouTube, Electric Cakes here, back at it again with another video, and today we have something different. We're going to be going over the Air Jordan 1 Spider-Man 2.0 next chapter. Has a couple of names to it. On the Nike Sneakers app, it is calling the shoe the next chapter. It's going to be in collaboration with the Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse, or Across the Spider-Verse. So this is going to be the second collaboration that they had. The first version was very similar to the Chicago Jordan 1 with an icy sole. Now this one's a little bit different, but let's go ahead and get into it. Starting with the box. Here's the box, regular Jordan 1 box. This is a grade school size, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get my personal size for the shock drop that they did have, so hopefully I'm able to pick up a pair later down the road when they release, because I do need this sneaker in my collection. But here's the sneaker. They're going to be dropping on May 20th. The retail for the men's size is going to be $200, and let's go ahead and check. Grade school sizes are going to be $150, so it's going to be a little bit more than your traditional Jordan 1 that starts at about, I believe, $180, but it is because it is going to be a special sneaker, especially because it's collaborating with the new movie coming out and all of that. But let's go ahead and get into the shoe, starting with the outsole. You see that very bright red? It's not going to be your regular red. It's going to be a icy red outsole, which is very interesting. And this outsole will actually glow in the dark. So if you're outside in the sun going to somewhere dark, it will start glowing. I tested it out. It's actually super cool. Going over to the midsole. You don't have a white midsole. You're going to have that slight cream aged midsole, just a little bit similar to the Lost and Founds. But I thought that was really cool. Now going on to the toe box. Toe box, we have white smooth leather. So that same exact leather is going to be present on the side panels on both sides of the shoe. Now around the toe, red smooth leather. That's going to be for both pairs, so the left and the right. Now where this starts to get a little bit different is on, depending which side of the panel you're looking at. On this side of the panel, we're going to have that aged, I want to say it feels more like a nubuck, but it's kind of like that aged, worn in leather right there, kind of faded red and kind of darkened up over time. And then on the upper piece right here, connected to the eyelets, is going to be a red patent leather, and it's going to be the opposite on this side right here. We have the patent leather first, then we do have that faded nubuck leather right there. Moving on to the eyelets right here, we do have, I'm gonna call it a nano print. So all these little dots right there, kind of like a nano print, and then on the other side it's kind of like crazier design right here. Not quite sure what to call that print. Now moving on to the back tab, it's gonna be that darker, feels more like a nubuck leather right there, and it's gonna be that faded look right there, really worn in, darkened up over time. And then we have that, I want to say, really worn in suede, and then on the opposite side we have more of that like cracked leather, which is very interesting to see all these materials be put together into the shoe across the Spider-Verse to kind of show that there's multiple dimensions. They put a whole bunch of different materials together into the shoe. I think it's a really cool concept, and I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. I'm a big fan of the Spider-Verse movie, and I'm a big fan of the sneaker upon taking a first look at it and just looking at all the materials and all the details. I thought it was super cool, especially right here around the Wings logo. It's split into two. I'm going to call this a pepperoni print, and then we got the nano print right there on this side. Looks like there's pepperonis on it. I thought that was very funny. On the inside, nothing special. Red Nike Air. And the tongue, I want to say, feels a lot thicker, more padding to it. And then we do have that bright varsity red Nike Air tag on there. Now, the thing is, this sneaker reminds me a lot of a Chicago one, and that's the shoe that Miles Morales was wearing in the movie. So the original one, Spider-Verse Jordan 1 that came out, was essentially Chicago with an icy sole, different tag, and then had like some dots all over it. This one's a lot different, but overall I still think it's a very nice shoe. I want to touch quickly on the sizing of the sneaker. Go true to size. For all Jordan 1s, I go true to size. I'm a 9.5, slightly on the wider side. I go true to size. They fit pretty good. I want to say if you have more narrow feet, true to size is still a good option. Unless you want a really snug fit, you can go half size down, but I always recommend Jordan 1s, go true to size. It's going to be the best option. If you want it a little bit looser, loosen up the laces. You want it tighter, tighten up the laces. That will, I want to say, change the fit the most, but go true to size. In terms of getting the shoe for retail, if you do want it, the resale's not going too crazy right now. I want to say for men's pairs, they're hovering around 260, 280. So you definitely do have time. Enter online raffles. Go to your local retailers if they have raffles. All of that, Champs, Foot Locker, Finish Line. They're going to be getting this sneaker. This is going to be a full family size run of sneakers. So we're going all the way from toddlers, grade school, and adult sizes. So one thing to keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of stock for this sneaker, but that doesn't mean it will not sell out. This shoe is definitely going to sell out, despite there not being such a high resale value on it. I think after release, it's going to go up a little bit, 280, 300. You'll see local resellers. Once online orders come in a week after release, if you didn't manage to hit, I'd say that'd be the best time to buy, because that's when all the prices kind of go down. All the people are trying to get rid of their pairs as soon as they come in. You can probably find a pair for 260 to 280 in the aftermarket if you're not able to get a pair, but I still think it's a really nice pair. If you do want it, you still have time. Enter your raffles, do all of that, and if not, the resale won't be too bad. Always go local. You can probably find better deals local as opposed to paying all these fees on StockX, Go, and all of that. But overall, I think it's a very, very nice sneaker. It's very unique, and I think it's just a really nice color blocking, especially the Chicago color. You cannot go wrong. This is a classic. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I hopefully can get you guys an on-feet look as soon as I get my personal pair. But yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.